Victor, go ahead and just get us started. You wrapped up your home schedule. Another big win. Your defense is playing great. Um, how have you gotten to this point, and been able to build so consistently and improve so consistently week to week?
It's a matter of the process. I mean, it's a broken record, but it's consistently about the process. What the things that the coaching staff calls the attention of the players, the vital few techniques that we want to make sure we work on every day. And then as far as having a game plan that we know that we can execute well on a high level, knowing who your team is, knowing what their strengths are, continuing to try to put them in positions of being able to execute what they know well and what they can do well. These are great kids, and they're a lot of fun to be around. We have a lot of fun playing the game. And to me, to come back to say like, man, it's already week 11. Gosh, it went fast. But I think it's because it's such a special team to be around. You're having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm glad we have another week we know about.
Victor, talk about a local player, Chris Solomon, who I think came to you as kind of a linebacker. I mean, he had played running back and linebacker in high school, but I think at Citrus and then at Reno he had moved to be specifically a linebacker, and he looked good the other night as a running back.
Yeah, Chris is a solid football player, and he's we haven't really had somebody like this in quite a while, but he's a solid two-way player for us. He's getting his carries as running back, and he's playing defense and a strong safety linebacker for us. He's a guy who's eager to keep learning. What I love about Chris the most, being around him, is his willingness to just, Coach, I got to get better as a person and a player, and he's hungry and to do that. There's a humility about him, where he's always taking responsibility for whatever he can do and what's in his power. And, he's a guy he's mature beyond his years, and he's just happy to be out there playing football. And that's why I really like his personality for all that. So the team seems to really enjoy him. I enjoy him. But when you have someone like that who's saying, hey, how can I help? And instead of a what about me guy, it really does a lot for your team. And I think there's a lot more people like that on our team. You mentioned Chris, and that he exemplifies that spirit of what we have going on here, where he's looking to be his absolute very best for the team's sake, and any role he can jump into, he's going to jump in, because he also does quite a few special teams as well. And he loves the game. He's excited to have a chance to play the game, and it's great to have once again another local talent come here and play here, and realizing that this is the place they need to choose first, because their dreams can't come true here, and you truly can have it all here at AP.
How I saw Scobie came out of the game. How is he going forward for this last game?
He's a tough kid, and I think this is a tough football. Football is tough, and we're going into week 11. So I don't think anybody's healthy right now, because there's bumps and bruises for everyone. And so Kurt's going to get after it again and get moving forward. And so I'm excited for him, and has just a chance to develop and get moving forward. But yeah, he's had some injuries this season, but I know he's been consistently tough and getting out there, and because he loves his football team, and we enjoy him being here.
And I guess talk about this week. Obviously, you're playing for a spot, but how do you kind of brush that aside and know that you just got to go out there and play a good football game?
Yeah, well, it's in some ways you don't brush it aside. In a lot of ways, you say, "Hey, listen, this is the moment. This is in our team meeting. We'll talk about this. This is the reality we're in, and this is playoff football still." And so, Colorado Mesa is a league champion. I mean, they're a really good football team, and Coach Martin has done an outstanding job there in his tenure at Mesa. And I think as I look at the tape, you got Sean Rubacaba, there's their quarterback. He's consistent. He can attack you with the legs, and he can attack you with his arm. David Tam, their running back, is outstanding, and he reminds me a bit of Ben Bives when he used to run here. I mean, he's a power back, but they can throw the ball to him. You put him in empty, and he's a passing threat. He's one of those special D2 players that are out there. He's outstanding. But I think you look at their offensive line, probably the biggest O-line we're going to face that we faced all year long. I mean, they're athletic, they're tall, and they can run. So you're looking at an offense that you understand there. That's why they're a league champion. And they'll attack you with the power scheme, the zone scheme. multiple formations. And defensively, they're a 3-4 pressure defense that their coach has them run around in a way that's very admirable. I can appreciate good defense when I see good defense, and so you've got guys there on their defense that are getting it. There's no reason. It's no mistake why they are a league champion. They're a very good football team, and so 2 league champions going head to head. I don't think you necessarily brush it aside. You get excited for that. You get fired up. I know our guys, they love to rise up for challenges, and this is one last time that we get to know that we're going to be together as a football team. So we're gonna attack this thing and make the most of every day we have, because we love playing with each other and being and just any opportunity we can to attack and be together. So I know we have Monday, so let's win today, Steve, and let's just get after it and enjoy this day.
You get to this point of the year, November football. It's just the atmosphere changes, especially when you're in the middle of a playoff push. Can you put into words just what is that change in atmosphere like as a coach and as a player?
I think the word is grateful. We're blessed. It's a lot of work that goes into creating this moment. This November football, the meaningful November football. It's so you don't want to miss the moment. You don't want. I mean, football is tough, and there's a lot of work to do today. But you do want to be able to take stock and say, man, I'm blessed. Team's blessed. We're grateful for what this atmosphere and this culture is. Grateful for us growing together. How we're approaching each day with a chance to say, how can we get better today? And so I'm just excited to be here today and get after this one. So I'm really proud of this team. I'm really proud of accomplishing a first. That was the first time through GNAC play that we've gone undefeated all the way through it. So the program continues to push the boundaries and create firsts. And so we want to now create another first and make a playoff appearance in the NCAA. This team's done well in the playoffs and nationally, and it's hard. And how we perform nationally in our NEI days, now in the NCAA days, we're trying to push new boundaries and push this thing forward. So it's exciting to be a part of this, and I think I'm really proud of the staff, what they've done. I'm proud of the players and the administration, what they've done. So it's a collective effort. Everybody keeps rowing the same direction, and so let's just keep putting our work into it.
From a special teams standpoint, how do you like where everything stands at this point? Obviously, that's one of those outside factors very few people talk about. But you got a new kicker coming down the stretch. How do you like the way the special teams units coming together?
Yeah, Coach Heiger does a great job as coordinator of special teams, and the staff does a great job also supporting them. So I think where I like it is special teams is always there's an edge that can be found there, and what I like is the strength of how our guys have had the buy-in. They're hungry for it. It's an effort play. It really is. There's technique that goes in. Don't get me wrong. But special teams is really an effort play, and sometimes it can be overlooked because everybody wants to be, hey, I want the offense, defensive snaps, but that special team snap is so critical, and we want to win that phase of the game every single week. So the guys that are on there usually become the unsung heroes, but they're doing a fantastic job. And so I like where we're at special teams wise, and I like the fact that we have great returners, and I think we have great cover teams. We're gonna need to call on those teams, especially this week, because they've got their good returners in their own right, and Mason takes pride in all 3 phases of their game. So that's what we want to do. We want to be great at everything, and it's the attitude of how do we win today, but how do we have that championship mindset, which it really becomes measured more about your moment by moment behaviors instead of your weekly accomplishments. And so that's how we flip the whole thing up for us. And so we're trying to really own that moment. And so we're going to manage the moment, and then if we do that, it'll take care of the future.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.